Let's talk now with a Vancouverite who lives in LA. Stuart Martin is south of Runyon Canyon, where one fire had been burning in the Hollywood Hills near densely populated neighborhoods. He joins us now. Stuart, thanks for being here. Are you able to give us a sense of what is happening near you right now?
Yeah, so as reported last night, the fires started to kick up in and around Runyon Canyon, and where I live is about 10 blocks south of the entrance. Within about a 2.5 hour period, they were able to contain that fire, so it wasn't able to spread further. So now there's a sense of unease, but everyone is safe. The skies have cleared out a little bit now that the winds have died down. But within like the last hour, the winds are starting to pick up again. What's caused a little bit more concern was all of LA County had received a evacuation warning, which turned out to be an error, but there's very much a sense of unease here.
Beyond that, what are you hearing from your neighbors and how they're doing?
Yeah, it's a very surreal moment, to be honest. It didn't really hit me until I reached out to a friend who lives in the Palisades yesterday, just checking in on her, and her entire house is gone. So that's really when it kind of hits you of, oh, this is actually happening around you. I just arrived back into LA this morning, and my cousin has been here for about a week looking after my dogs. So when we saw that the fires had jumped into Runyon last night, that's when it was like, all right, this is real. We need to get her out.
And how are your dogs doing?
They're doing good.
Yeah.
They don't seem to have any issue with anything going on.
Well, that's good so far. You mentioned you just got back to LA from, I believe, a vacation in Florida. What was going through your mind as you're flying back to the West Coast and maybe looking out the window?
Yeah, it's all just surreal. Like that's the only way I can describe it. Being in Vancouver during our previous forest fires, they seem very distant, at least when you're living downtown. They always seemed quite far away. And these ones are literally a 45-minute drive on either side of my apartment. So coming into the city, the sky is orange. There seems to be less traffic. It's not the LA that I had left.
In the time that you've been down there, have you ever thought that I might have to be prepared for something like this?
Not a forest fire, not a firestorm. I've been prepared for like earthquakes. We had quite a big one a few months ago, so that was always on my radar. But I had never imagined that we'd see something that we had seen with Lahaina in Maui a couple years ago happen right like 6 miles away from my apartment. It is very devastating and wild, and it's hard to wrap your head around just the amount of devastation that's happened within a 48-hour period.
And lastly, Stuart, we appreciate your time. Are you rethinking of a fire kit, a no emergency plan? Any thoughts?
Yes. Yeah, I've got our bags packed. We have all of our medical records ready to go. And so if we do get any evacuation notice, we will be absolutely moving.
Stuart Martin, originally from Vancouver, now living in LA. We appreciate your time. You and your loved ones and your dogs, please stay safe.
Thank you very much.